Ladies and gentlemen, sons and daughters of purpose, listen to me clearly today. You were hidden not because you were forgotten, but because you were being prepared. There are moments in life when you feel overlooked. You watch others rise while you sit in the shadows. You see doors swing wide for them while yours stay shut tight. And you wonder, God, did you forget about me? Did you change your mind about my calling? Hear this today. He did not hide you to punish you. He hid you to protect you. He hid you because what he placed inside you was too precious to expose before its appointed time. Just like a seed buried deep in the soil, your greatness was never meant to be on display too soon. Premature exposure would have killed the promise. But in the darkness, your roots have grown deep, your faith has been strengthened, and your character has been forged. Imagine this. A priceless diamond doesn't sit out in the open for everyone to touch, misuse, or mishandle. It's buried deep in the earth, hidden away in darkness, until the appointed time when a skilled hand brings it to light, cuts it, polishes it, and reveals its brilliance to the world. In the same way, you have been hidden, not to be forgotten, but to be safeguarded. There is something so valuable within you that the world could not be trusted with it before its time. Many people think obscurity means insignificance. But that is a lie designed to drain your confidence and rob you of your faith. Hidden does not mean overlooked. Hidden does not mean abandoned. It means protected, nurtured, and preserved by divine design. Think about how many times you wanted the door to open, the promotion to come, the opportunity to knock, but instead you found yourself alone with your prayers echoing off the walls. Maybe you question, what did I do wrong? Why is everyone else moving forward while I'm stuck here invisible? If only you knew how much danger God kept from reaching you. If only you saw the traps and betrayals he blocked before they could crush your spirit. The hidden season was his shield around your purpose. In a world obsessed with instant exposure and overnight success, we have forgotten the sacred power of being hidden. Today's culture wants to rush the process. Go viral today, get rich tomorrow, become famous without foundation. But a blessing before its time can become a curse. A spotlight too soon can blind you and ruin you. So instead, the wise hand of heaven covers you, not to hinder you, but to hold you steady until your roots can support the weight of your destiny. Look back for a moment. See the moments you thought were rejection, but were really protection. Remember the doors that slammed shut, the relationships that fell apart, the opportunities that fizzled. You thought you lost, but heaven was saying, not yet, not here, not with them, not like this. You were hidden, so your gift wouldn't be corrupted, your heart wouldn't be poisoned, your calling wouldn't be polluted by premature exposure. Even now, while you wait, he is weaving together connections behind the curtain that you can't see yet. He is preparing rooms for you to enter when your character matches your calling. He is ordering circumstances to align with your purpose at exactly the right moment. So what feels like silence is strategy. What feels like hiding is holy covering. Take a moment and look at nature. Every seed must disappear beneath the soil. It must break apart unseen by human eyes. The breaking feels like death, but it's life in disguise. Beneath the dirt, roots push down deep to find water and anchor the plant. Only after the roots are secure does the sprout burst through the surface to face the sun. If a seed fights the burying, it forfeits the harvest. So too with you. Your hidden season is not your prison, it is your proving ground. You may see others stepping into their calling, launching their vision, achieving milestones you've prayed for, and it stings. It makes you doubt yourself. But do not measure your timeline by theirs. They are not your competition. They are simply running their own race while you are preparing for yours. When your moment comes, it will not look like theirs because your purpose is uniquely yours. What they built with early exposure, you will sustain with deep roots. What they gained quickly, you will keep enduringly, because you allowed yourself to grow underground, unseen, misunderstood, yet unshakable. If people overlook you, let them. If they misunderstand you, bless them. If they forget you, thank God. None of that can stop what has been hidden by divine hands. You are a diamond still in the depths, a masterpiece under wraps, a testimony in the making. No spotlight can create what God is doing in secret. Have you ever wondered why it feels so heavy? Sometimes, like you're carrying more than anyone knows. It's because while others see your surface, they can't see your roots, and roots always grow in hidden places. In this unseen season, your foundation is getting deeper and stronger than you realize. Every tear you've cried in secret has watered the soil of your purpose. Every lonely night has forced your roots to dig deeper into trust, faith, and endurance. People applaud the fruit but ignore the roots. They celebrate the visible outcome but have no clue what it cost you behind the scenes. They see you smiling but don't know about the nights you wrestled with doubt, the prayers you whispered through clenched teeth, the moments you nearly walked away from it all. Yet every battle you survived beneath the surface strengthened the unseen part of you that holds everything together. When a tree is planted, the first thing it does is send roots downward, not branches upward. It doesn't matter how tall the tree wants to be. It cannot rise higher than its roots run deep. In the same way, this quiet, hidden place is not a waste. It's the birthplace of unshakable strength. Storms come for everyone, but those with shallow roots fall quickly, while those with deep roots bend but never break. You are becoming the latter. Think about it. If you had gotten everything you prayed for the first time you asked, would you really have been ready? If success showed up overnight, would your character have been able to handle it? If the spotlight had found you before you were anchored, would you have stayed humble, or would pride have torn you down? Sometimes God delays the platform so he can develop your roots, so that when the weight of blessing rests on you, it won't crush you but crown you. You may not see your progress right now because roots don't announce themselves. They grow quietly. They push past hard soil. They twist and turn around obstacles that no one sees. So it is with your spirit. While you're waiting, while you're trusting, while you're working in silence, your faith is wrapping around deeper truths. Your patience is expanding. Your resilience is solidifying. People may question your pace, but your Creator knows your potential. He knows that strong roots produce lasting fruit. Ask any farmer, the harvest depends on the depth of the roots. Fast fruit can spoil quickly if the roots are weak, but deep roots make the tree drought-proof. The winds can blow, the seasons can change, but it will still stand tall and fruitful year after year. That's what's happening to you in this unseen season. You're being made drought-proof. Don't despise the pressure that pushes you deeper. Don't run from the loneliness that teaches you to lean on the unseen. Some lessons can't be learned in public. They require isolation. Some strength can't be built in the crowd. It's forged in the wilderness. Roots are formed in silence, not applause. They dig into truth when no one is watching. You are not falling behind, you're growing down before you grow up. You're becoming grounded so you can be great. The deeper the roots, the greater the reach. The stronger the foundation, the higher the building. So while others may seem to shoot up overnight, remember, fast growth often comes with shallow roots. Let them sprout quickly. You're being built to last. It may feel like you're stuck, but you're being settled. It may feel like you're buried, but you're being bonded to truth. Each disappointment drives your roots further into trust. Each delay secures your grip on what cannot be shaken. No wind can uproot you when your foundation runs deep enough. You won't have to fear the droughts of life, the storms of criticism, the shifting seasons of popularity. What you're gaining underground will hold you steady above ground. Keep stretching your roots deep into hope, deep into wisdom, deep into quiet obedience. One day the world will marvel at your fruit, but they'll never know the depth of your roots. What if I told you that the quiet season you're in right now is more powerful than any spotlight could ever be? What if I told you that the hidden places you resent today are the very places shaping you for what you've prayed for tomorrow? So many people beg for the stage, but resist the solitude, not realizing that true greatness is always born in secret. There is something sacred happening behind the curtain of your life, a private process that no audience could handle seeing up close. You see, the world craves instant recognition. Everyone wants to be seen, known, applauded. But what happens when applause fades and the lights go out? Those who have skipped the private process crumble under pressure because they never let their foundation be built in silence. The hidden seasons are God's way of building your backbone, not just your resume. He's giving you roots that popularity can't give, and a spine that criticism can't bend. Remember, even a masterpiece is first sketched out in the quiet corners of an artist's studio before it ever hangs in a gallery for all to see. No one praises the rough drafts, the eraser marks, the failed attempts, but they are all part of the final brilliance. So it is with you. In the unseen room of your soul, you are being refined, reshaped, and strengthened. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every hidden tear is a brushstroke on the masterpiece of your calling. Isolation often feels like punishment, but it's really preservation. If the world saw you too soon, they'd label you according to who you are now, not who you're becoming. But in this private workshop, you're free to grow without judgment, to fail without ridicule, to transform without limitation. That's why you don't have to explain your season to everybody. They won't understand. It's not for them to understand. It's for you to live, learn, and lean into the one who called you. Think about a pearl. It starts as an irritation, a grain of sand buried deep inside an oyster. There in darkness, layer by layer, something beautiful forms around the wound. Nobody sees the process, yet everybody wants the finished pearl. Likewise, your wounds are being covered with layers of wisdom, strength, and grace while you're hidden. When the time comes, you won't have to force your unveiling. The beauty within you will speak for itself. Privacy of process is where pride dies and humility lives. It's where you learn to love obedience more than applause. It's where your motives are purified. It's where you discover whether you want to be known by people or known by heaven. Many want the crown, but few want the cross that comes first. In secret, you learn to carry both. In this private place, you also learn discernment. When no one's watching, you discover which voices really matter. You become sensitive to whispers that would be drowned out by the noise of the crowd. In secret, you build the kind of faith that isn't shaken by popularity or poisoned by praise. You become so rooted in truth that when the crowds do come, they can't pull you away from your source. Think of the heroes you admire. They didn't become who they are in front of the camera. Their character was formed in caves, deserts, wildernesses, prison cells, prayer closets. When they finally stepped out, the world met someone tested, trusted, and true. Not because of what was done in public, but because of what was sacrificed in private. So if you feel invisible right now, lean in. There's something happening that you don't want to rush. Some things can't grow under a spotlight. They need shade and stillness. The privacy of your process is not your punishment, it's your protection. It's your training ground, your safe place to heal, your secret forge where unbreakable faith and unstoppable courage are formed. Without it, the blessing would break you. With it, you'll be ready for anything. Have you ever stood at the edge of a dream, feeling the fire in your belly, but staring at doors that refuse to open? Have you wondered if maybe you missed your chance or took too long or made too many mistakes? Let me remind you right now, your destiny is not at the mercy of luck, people, or timing you can't control. There is a divine timetable with your name on it, and nothing and no one can cancel what heaven has scheduled for you. It can be so tempting to look around and think everyone else is ahead. Some people seem to run right into opportunities while you're still stuck rehearsing your lines behind the curtain. But don't you know that your steps have been ordered? Every delay, every detour, every season of waiting has purpose woven into it. Even when you don't feel it, heaven is keeping perfect time. Think about the stories we treasure. Moses was hidden for 40 years in the wilderness, 4 decades of tending sheep and questioning his identity before he ever spoke to Pharaoh. What looked like wasted years was really training ground for the courage and humility he would need to lead an entire nation out of bondage. David was anointed king as a teenager, but went back to the pasture to tend sheep. He killed giants in private before he ever sat on a throne in public. And Jesus himself, the Son of God, spent 30 silent years before a single miracle was recorded. 30 years of obscurity, carpentry, and ordinary living before stepping into a ministry that changed the world in just 3 short years. What does this tell you? It tells you that no matter how delayed you feel, your story is right on schedule. God's timing is not like human timing. We are obsessed with clocks and calendars, but he moves by seasons and purpose. What feels like a setback is often a setup. What feels like you being forgotten is actually you being reserved for the perfect moment. Your waiting season is not wasted time. It is alignment time. Pieces are moving in the background. Connections are being orchestrated. Hearts are being softened. Opportunities are being prepared, and when every piece is in place, not a second too soon or a moment too late, your door will open, and no man will be able to close it. If you try to force your way ahead of schedule, you risk standing in rooms you're not ready for. Premature promotion can be more painful than delayed destiny. It's better to be prepared in private than to be embarrassed in public. That's why sometimes God slows you down when you want to speed up. He's more interested in making sure you can handle what's coming than in pleasing your timeline. When the appointed time comes, you won't need to manipulate, beg, or scheme. It will happen naturally because it was ordained supernaturally. The phone will ring, the invitation will come, the idea will blossom, the right person will appear, the favor will flow, all because it's time. Not your time, but the time that has been set since before you were born. Even your delays have been tools in his hand. The closed doors taught you patience. The rejections taught you resilience. The lonely nights taught you to depend on his voice above all others. These lessons are gold, and they cannot be learned in the spotlight. They're carved into you in the quiet. When your moment comes, people will call it overnight success. But you'll know it was years of silent faith, secret prayers, hidden tears, and stubborn trust that carried you to that door. You'll walk through it not as someone desperate for approval, but as someone confident in your purpose, secure in your calling, and humble enough to remember that it was grace that brought you here. Your time is not lost. Your season is not stolen. The one who holds time is holding you. And when that perfect hour arrives, nothing on earth can stand in the way of what is already written with your name on it. Let's be real. It's easy to praise when everyone is watching. It's easy to pray out loud when people admire your faith. It's easy to work hard when the spotlight is on you, when the crowd is cheering, when the recognition flows freely. But what about when no one notices? What about when the applause stops, the lights disappear, the phone stays silent, and you feel like your efforts don't matter? That is the testing ground where real warriors of purpose are forged. Not in the stadium, but in the shadows. You see, some people only work when they get credit. Some only serve when they get praise. Some only give when someone's counting. But the ones who change the world are the ones who stay faithful in the dark. They don't need an audience to keep showing up. They don't need validation to keep building. They don't need compliments to keep praying. They understand that heaven sees what people ignore. There is something so powerful about secret faithfulness. When you pray behind closed doors, angels move on your whispered words. When you serve others with no expectation of reward, you reflect the heart of the one who washed feet in silence. When you sow seeds that no one knows about, you position yourself for a harvest so big that even your enemies will have to watch it grow. Don't underestimate the power of your private sacrifices. That late night prayer, when you were too tired to keep your eyes open, it watered a future breakthrough. That small act of kindness no one thanked you for, it planted a seed that will bloom in someone else's darkest hour. That decision to do the right thing when no one was watching, it secured favor you'll need when the spotlight does come. Too many people give up because they don't see results fast enough. They think their hidden faithfulness doesn't count. But here's the truth. The kingdom works differently than the world. In the world, you perform first and get paid second. In the kingdom, you sow first and reap later, sometimes much later. And the bigger the harvest, the longer the wait. So if it feels like you're waiting longer than most, it's because what's growing beneath your feet is greater than what you've even imagined. God doesn't miss a single tear, a single prayer, a single act of quiet obedience. What you think he ignored, he actually stored. He is the God who keeps record, who stores up blessings, who multiplies seeds sown in secret places. Nothing done for him is ever wasted. Nothing given to him ever goes unnoticed. And in due time, not your time, not other people's time, but his perfect time, you will see a harvest so abundant you won't even remember the pain of the planting season. While you wait, keep doing what seems small. Keep opening that Bible when you'd rather scroll your phone. Keep speaking life when your mind wants to curse your situation. Keep showing up to love difficult people when you'd rather walk away. Keep forgiving, keep hoping, keep serving with all your heart. These unseen seeds are cracking open the soil of your future. When the spotlight finds you, and it will, your private discipline will keep you steady. Your secret prayers will become public miracles. Your hidden faithfulness will burst into visible favor. And people will look at you and wonder how you became so strong, so steady, so fruitful. They'll see the branches but never know the depth of the roots. So next time you feel unnoticed, remind yourself, the one who matters sees it all. Every sacrifice is an investment in the unstoppable harvest that is already on its way. If you can stay faithful in the dark, nothing can stop you when the light comes. Keep sowing in secret because the harvest is always public. Can you sense it? Deep down, that restless stirring inside you that whispers, something big is coming, that quiet but relentless pull in your spirit that says, you weren't hidden for nothing, you were hidden for something. That is not your imagination. That is your soul getting ready for the unveiling. Because there is a time when hidden seasons end, roots break the surface, and the world sees what God has been doing in the shadows all along. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to compete for it. When the season shifts, what was private becomes public. What was buried pushes through the soil and reaches for the light. No one can stop a seed when its time has come to sprout. And no one can stop you when your time comes to be revealed. Right now, it might feel impossible. Maybe you look around and think, I'm too far behind. Too many mistakes, too many missed chances, too much time has passed. But the truth is, you were never behind, you were just being prepared. You were never denied, you were being developed. The delay is not your death sentence. It's your deliverance from what you weren't ready for yet. Think about how a butterfly begins. It doesn't break out of the cocoon on day one. Inside that tight, hidden place, it wrestles, struggles, and transforms. And when the moment is right, it breaks through. The fight to get out builds the wings strong enough to fly. If someone cuts it out too soon, the wings stay weak and it never soars. The process is what makes the reveal powerful. You too have been in a cocoon season. It has felt tight, lonely, dark, sometimes even suffocating. But don't mistake the confinement for confinement's sake. It's been your construction zone. You've been developing wings that can handle the heights you're about to reach. When your time comes, the world will call it sudden. They'll say, where did she come from? How did he get here overnight? They won't know about the sleepless nights, the prayers you didn't even have words for, the times you got back up when you had every reason to stay down. They'll see the fruit, but not the fight. They'll applaud the rise, but not the roots. And when that moment hits, when favor begins to flow, when opportunities start to chase you down, when doors swing wide without you pushing, it won't be luck. It won't be coincidence. It will be the proof that the hidden season was worth every second. So get ready now. Prepare in the present for the promise that's coming. How do you do that? By living every day with expectation. By waking up every morning and declaring today could be the day. By staying humble enough to serve where you are. While staying hungry enough to stretch for where you're going. By refusing to get bitter when it looks like nothing is changing. By showing up with excellence in small places so you're ready when the big places come. You won't have time to prepare later. The preparation is now. The stage is being built behind the curtain. The lights are being tested while you rehearse your lines in secret. When the curtain rises, you don't want to be scrambling. You want to step into it fully equipped, fully rooted, fully aware that this is what you were made for. This is why you keep your heart clean. This is why you protect your integrity. This is why you stay kind to people who can't help you and faithful to tasks no one thanks you for. Because when the revealing comes, who you are behind closed doors will either crown you or crush you in public. So lift your head. Keep practicing your gifts. Keep sharpening your skills. Keep building your character. Keep loving people well. Keep praying bold prayers. Keep your eyes open, your spirit ready, your hands open to receive, because when that sudden shift hits your life, you'll step out of the hidden place and into the spotlight with a story only heaven could have written